Yeah, they say a journey of 1,000 miles just starts with a step. And if you're really ready to take the step, that's when everything can count on you. My name is Daniel, and this is West Nile Trending, your number one, of course, news-based station in the West Nile. Tonight, I am very glad to host one-on-one right here in Arua. And of course, don't really touch the dial. We have more coming along your way.
Down every golden road, paved in fallen souls, people strive and struggle for their dreams. It's a sordid, sour game, fools and foul are all in play. Fixes in, we're heading up this stream. When you're broken down, far away, forsaken towns, wearied by the weak link in your chain. One whimper or a sound, your better days are surely crowned. Better hold your hope, hold tighter on the rein. Under skies full of fire, burning embers fall instead of rain. See me there, I aspire, hanging on to all my feeling vein.
Yeah, welcome back from that short commercial break. Once again, I would wish to tell you that this is West Nile Trending, live on your number one online TV station in West Nile UG, of course, streaming live. And of course, tonight we are glad to be hosting one of the most influential people in the business of automotives in West Nile. And this is none other than the CEO of course, NN Toyota and Tata Uganda. Let's have him in the show right now. You're most welcome, sir.
All right. My name is Noor Ismail Nozzle, the founder and the CEO of NN Group of Companies. And NN Group of Companies is a partnership with the Toyota Uganda and Tata Motors national or even international standard, of which can meet and suit the Toyota and Tata standards. It's the only service center in the region.
Maybe to straight away go to the show with you, Mr. Noor. How do you manage to incorporate two big companies together? For instance, is Tata in the same position with Toyota, or these are two different companies? And if they are, how do you, as a regional salesperson, are you a regional coordinator salesperson or a dealer? And how do you bring these two big companies, like you bringing Coca-Cola and maybe Mirinda in the same bottle? Like, is it possible?
That's a piece of cake. This business, it's a century business.
Okay.
From the grandfathers.
Okay.
My grandfather was an engineer of, that's back in history, was engineer of Meta, Kakira Sugar Works.
Oh, Ginger.
So it's a continuity of the same legacy brought forward.
Okay.
And me too, my dad as well was an engineer as a mechanic.
Okay.
And me, I was always been an ambitious man, and for solo. Even after that, right now you can see there's a photos, it shows where I come from.
Okay.
And what was the ambitions behind that reality.
Okay.
And this picture, which we'll share with you later, maybe in the editing, that was the ambition. One day I wanted to work with a big company.
Okay.
This is 2002.
Okay. Okay.
You see, there's a logo of Toyota there.
Yes.
And 2015, I achieved it by making the dream come true.
Okay. So meaning this has been a continuous kind of a life journey.
Sure.
And it is a dream, that is a family dream that you're trying to carry on as a family member.
Sure.
Okay.
And to have these two companies at the same, it was, I think, remember 2010, Uganda, Arua was been hosting, Toyota Uganda was in Arua as Toyota Uganda from the branch of Toyota Uganda in the West Nile region. Okay. And after that, I think the business went well. They closed up the business. When I see there's a gap, so I look how can I bridge that gap. Then came with the setup. The name was NN Quality Diesel Engineer. Before comes to change to NN Toyota or NN Tata today. It was just NN Quality Diesel Engineering. Okay. When I set the setup, just within 1 month, Toyota, they have been passing and trying to survey. When they saw my setup, it really attracted them. Okay. They came and approached me as a partnership. As a partner. They give me that business. Because remember, they have closed the business 2010. Reached 2015, now they've been looking for who they can partner with.
Okay.
So the idea of Toyota is always to give the business back to the local.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why the opportunity came in, and then my way, I grabbed the opportunity from that angle.
Okay.
When I was also performing well, in the same period, also Tata came in so that I'm already with Toyota.
Okay.
My performance is excellent, very good. They are so attractive and also try to give me another business.
Okay.
And I promised them I will reinvest again for them.
Okay.
I cannot mix up two huge companies in the same place.
Okay.
You get it? So I prefer, that's why you see now I've made a new branch. This was made for Tata.
Okay.
But I think it's not suitable for Tata. That's why I transferred Tata back again where Toyota was. And here it remains as the NN Group HQ.
Okay.
Right.
Now, you say that this is the only like high tech garage that we have in the region.
Yes.
But I've seen somewhere in the town there is another person who has almost the same kind of setting that exactly what you're doing here. How do you feel? Is it a competitive kind of business, and how does it help you as a person who is in business?
Sure.
Do you think there is some pressure that comes along with it? Because I've seen another person almost doing the same thing.
Yeah. Sure.
Yes.
Not at all. Because in business, remember, competition, don't avoid it. It's very, very crucial. When you compete, it makes you to think, to make it much better. Because when you don't have any competitors, it makes you relax.
Okay.
That's why it's very important to bring more, not even one. I want to bring the city to become a city. The first of city as well come and open their branch in Aruba. And many more. The more they come, the more competition will become more fun.
Okay.
We need that competition. This one is not enough. We need more.
Okay.
The more we compete, the more it makes all of us to grow.
Okay, as like as servicemen in the region.
Sure.
Of course, this is Mr. Noor, and Mr. Noor is the CEO of NN Toyota, of course, Tata here in West Nile region, and we are very glad that he is here with us on West Nile Trending on our episode of One on One.
Don't forget one thing in the competition as well. So you know what, you have to do something, the thing which you love to do, and you don't have any intention of competing. What your intention is to how can you make it better.
Can you
You
cut
never
a
get
bit?
satisfied with what you're doing until we never satisfied to make 100%. We always want to exceed.
Of course, that is Mr. Noor, of course, here at NN Toyota Uganda. And now, Mr. Noor, to go the other side of your life as a person, what inspires you? Like, what moves you and what motivates you that every day you're moving out of your bed, you have a brighter day? What inspires you, like, in your life as a person?
Sure. The thing is, when you grown up in the family which are not so wealthy, it's sometimes we people fearing the challenge or the challenge or the something new. We need to learn with the change. And especially, when you're in a wealthy family, and sometimes it make you relax on the parents' wealth. Then you don't even think about how to come up with creativity. How can you make your own?
Okay, but according to your story, it seems you have had everything on a silver plate, because you've said your father was working with Meta Group of companies, sugar in Kakira, and the same applies to your father. Like your grandfather started, your father came in, now you're joining in your father, meaning actually you have had a smart ride on this journey. So meaning you really didn't have all that challenge like in trying to groove off.
No, but remember, my grandfather passed away in 1960s. I haven't even...
You didn't see him?
Long time ago, before, 3 decades before I came to this life. Enjoy to even have one-on-one first time meeting with him or even discussion. Even any inspiration from him.
Okay.
I just got in his picture, so that was that factor and work in the working class. Okay, it's what most inspired me to. But everybody need to have a different signature.
Okay.
My father has his own signature, but I can even make that ideology of keep improving.
Okay.
You get it? Keep improving what, even if the family career or the skills, but how can you make it much better? Because remember, with the dynamic transformation, and even I can call it revolution in the business, the many way of life, technology are changing. So we need to also revolutionize and familiar with the new way of doing things, which they never did before.
Okay.
You get this?
Yes, and now with this current situation that we are in, like in the COVID-19 era, whereby things a little bit have been hampered with business is not really doing good. Sure. Automotives had to go down. How did you see your company in this period of time? Like the workforce had reduced a bit.
Yeah, it has reduced. The impact is, I think, is global pandemic, and it has affected most of the global economy and everywhere. Everyone got that impact, negative and positive. But I need to tell you, I even need to underline that one. We need to learn to embrace change.
Change, yes.
We need to learn to embrace change.
And how have you done it at NN Toyota? What changes do you think have you made to make sure that you're surviving and you are still in the business?
Our viewers tonight, they need to understand. Those are the basic and the fundamental rights of any revolution. Because to me, I can call it as a revolution of human way of life and many aspects of life, which pandemic has brought. But to me, I can consider it has two key impact. Okay. There's a positive impact and a negative impact.
Yes.
In some people, all of them are important. But in some other people, groups of people, they hate one.
They hate the other.
One.
Yes.
And there's a positive impact and a negative impact. When the people really know what business is,
yes,
both of them are very crucial.
Very crucial.
So some people who are really insecure, I call them as insecure people, who fear the change. I think always change can have a negative impact, which is not true. Sometimes change brought a new way, and you must cope up with once a change comes your way. How do you deal with it?
Yes, just like they say, change is inevitable. Sure. And of course, that is what Mr. Noor is saying. We're going to be, we still have Mr. Noor on the show tonight. And please continue sharing this link right now with your friends. Remember, we are right now live, and every Saturday we are here from 8, of course, live on the Facebook page of Benchmark Films Uganda. Let's go for a short commercial break, and we shall be coming back to know more about Mr. Noor. Maybe you could pick a life, and it could be very helpful for your life. My name is Daniel once again, and this is West Nile Trending.
Across Africa, back to Uganda outback, across the western Uganda.
Yeah, welcome back from that short commercial once again. Tonight we are very, very humbled and privileged to be hosting one of the most influential people, like I told you, Mr. Noor of NN Toyota, and this is one of the best automotive garages that we have here in West Nile region. Of course, as we spoke about change, of course, change comes with a lot of opportunities, with a lot of ups and downs, but then you have to open your minds and you have to fix your mind in a position that can make you survive in all situations. As you all know, the global pandemic had coronavirus brought a lot of things to do with business challenges and others, but then people find their way out and they as they do their businesses. Tonight, this is a very good one to learn from, and this is Mr. Noor of NN Toyota. Mr. Noor, welcome back to the show.
All right, thank you.
Yes, straight away to go to our next question, I would wish to know from you, what other initiatives apart from NN Toyota are you doing, are you investing in, and as a person, what other businesses are you doing as a person to make sure that you thrive in this business era, or you are monopolizing on only automotives and so forth?
Yeah, currently we are still monopolized because it's exactly what was been our dream. We want really to, because it's not enough what we are doing right now. It will never be enough. Because with the business transformation and the evolution of the business way, and with the technology as well, so we'll never end up. So we keep learning, keep improving day by day. And this is for now. Currently, we're operating as a service center.
Okay.
But that can't be only our dream as well. So we need to transform, try to change the scape and the business way of doing, as long as it's just among the same what we're doing. Because now, like overlander or tourism sector as well, I think is what we're looking for in the future.
You know, I don't believe in rumors. I'd wish to get first-hand information, from you. Rumor has it right now that you have you're actually building up some big brand, and this brand is called Intercontinental Adventures. Give me a word or two about Intercontinental Adventures and why Intercontinental Adventures.
It was always my dream since I was still young. One day, to cover or to cross Africa, intercontinental. When I talk about continental,
yes,
always in me, wherever I have a dream to be satisfied,
yes,
make it right.
Okay, now like you say you want to cover Africa. Why Africa in particular? Because I've seen people say intercontinental. Intercontinental means maybe because we have around 7 continents, and intercontinental sounds like you want to tell me that one day you're going to wake up and take a picture. I'm in Russia. I am in Japan. It's very possible. Let's speak about it. Let's talk about Intercontinental Adventures, and let's have how did you come with the idea, and how are you finding it to balance it between this adventure thing and then the automotive garage? Which one is supporting the other? Is the automotive supporting the Intercontinental or something like that?
I think since I was this was my dream since I was in young age. And among my hobbies as well, traveling is among it.
Okay.
Really, I feel relaxed mind when I'm traveling. Not really.
Okay.
And I like to travel. I've already traveled a lot.
Okay.
I was already in Asia, China, India, everywhere.
Okay.
It's still very too early to start covering those across the sea. So we still have a lot to explore here.
Okay.
And remember, when you think about you want to have a tourism or tourist or an overland trip, it's about
Vehicles, yeah.
Remember, we are here. That's the issue is, I think in Uganda or West Africa, it's not common. You go to South Africa and to Australia, America, across Alaska, you are doing that. It's really fun.
Okay.
For holidays and what?
Yes.
Camping or get it. Hiking, something of this kind.
Yes.
As we are also in the same industry, motor vehicle industry.
Yes,
because
yes.
You cannot remove that here.
Yes, it's
And
true.
the vehicle was supposed to be
Build and service. Yes, yes.
We are there.
So, if I'm to ask you, what is the immediate next plan of Intercontinental Adventures?
Immediately after right now we're still running in the Karamoja road trip across the Pearl of Africa.
Okay.
This is Uganda.
When is it happening, or has it already happened?
Currently
And if it has
running,
happened, it's running.
Go online, YouTube, and then group. When we are there, or Facebook, we are there.
Okay.
So enjoy that one.
As Mr. Noor is saying, sorry to cut you short. As Mr. Noor is saying, of course, NN Toyota, I think it is the first of its kind in West Nile, and it's already running across Uganda, the Pearl of Africa tour, which is running from Karamoja. Possibly, is it running up to Kasese?
No, I think that's why we divided. If you remember, if you go back to the episode, the season 1, episode 1, it is across the Pearl of Africa, part 1.
Part 1.
Karamoja road trip.
Okay.
We're going to be now season 2.
Okay.
Part 1, season 3.
Yes.
So this part 1 is still a
Karamoja trip.
Northeastern Uganda.
Okay.
The second season, part 2, is going to be across the Western Uganda.
Across the Western Uganda.
The same seed project, the project of across the Pearl of Africa. Even central. So we're going to capture the whole Uganda.
Let me ask this question simply. Are you working hand in hand with the Ministry of Tourism? Do they have a hand in this, or are they supporting the idea?
What we are starting, just out of my ambition.
Okay.
It become reality. And this is going to be a game changer.
A game changer.
Tourism industry, because it's something new. The more we're doing, it's not the same way the tourism company are doing.
Okay. How cynical, like how special is this trip? And if it is, what do you say that it is unique in its own kind?
It's very unique because to have most of we used to call overland trip. What's the meaning of overland?
Like overland
Overland.
Overland. Like overland. It's only on the land.
Yes.
Overland. It's like you having Range Rovers and you're cruising across
on the road trip.
Like you have a troop of around 15 Range Rovers on the same troop.
Yeah, but even you can have one single, you can have a solo trip,
okay,
or you can have also a group of people.
Okay.
But when the purpose of that trip is not like tourists just go to the particular point. Sometimes you're driving, you don't know even where you're going to end up. You're going to close your day.
Yes, of course, this is West Nile Trending TV and your number one, of course, online TV station in West Nile region. We are here with Mr. Noor, the CEO of NN Toyota, and we have just come to know that also is the CEO of course, Intercontinental Adventures. These are all job opportunities for you outside there. You could be a person who has done tourism and so forth, and you can come and hook up on this guy. And please continue sharing the link and continue telling your friends to tell a friend that we are live right now. And of course, it's going to go until your mama calls you back home. Of course, Mr. Noor, maybe to first to go back to like the other side of the social life of your life. Like how do you run your social life? Because already an adventurous person is a person who is outgoing. Like, are you outgoing like here in Arua? Like, do you see the business of entertainment and so forth? How do you see it?
No, but social life is just as normal because you need everything. You need to have time for everything. Even don't forget yourself, which many people doesn't. They don't have the time for themselves.
Okay.
You need to everything. You need to arrange it well and prepare everything must have its own time. There's your own personal time. There's a family time and there's a work time. Everything.
Okay.
We see more this over the sea, like Western culture. Why there's a hobby of have holidays? Come to Africa, go to Asia and what? It's very important.
It's very important.
Sometimes they think we have overstressed ourselves. And it's also the result of causing us to have other trauma, diseases, or even some
pressure and so forth.
So
yeah.
there's a reason why. To free yourself. Go somewhere which you never been before. Try to delete, refresh yourself, coming back to work.
Yes.
But the issue of consistently doing work. Whenever you want to step out, you think you're going to waste money. No, but even your health is very important.
Yes.
You just walked in the nature. It's also part of the health part of it.
Yes.
Your body, mentally, physically, is required.
Yes.
Which we as think that this holidays thing is only for Western, for Bazungu, but not even you. You need the time to rest. Not just go to sleep. Resting means you have enough time out in the nature or somewhere where there's no any more stress and what.
Yes.
To yourself. But what we are doing, like this adventure, is also going to be, the impact going to be seen in the future. Because I'm still living right now, there's a project which I'm preparing the vehicles, which people will hire those vehicles. But I want first to show them how to do it. You get it? To get inspired with what I'm doing. I know one day they will come to me, we also want to do the same what you're doing. You have a car? Yes, sir, we have a car. You can rent a car. You can have a complete set of the overland camping gears and everything along with that. And we move. You get it?
Yes. Now, to still get back there, like, there's what they call social corporate responsibility.
Yeah.
I know you have that in your mindset in the nearby future.
Yeah.
And I wanted to believe that you must be in this humanitarian organization like Rotary. They have that social responsibility, like corporate responsibility. Yeah. Like of recent, last Sunday they had the what they call a Guta fundraiser for mothers in the hospital. How is NN Toyota and like doing this?
Yeah, but you can see that's yeah, you can see Rotary certificate. We got
yes. Okay.
Really, that's a result of what we are doing. So
yes.
We are also responding positively
to the society.
If not even some of them even remember when the COVID-19 was in the world.
Yes.
Was able to supply.
Okay.
Food and the
yes.
To the needy.
Yes.
So we're there. We're playing really positive.
Yes.
Not even that. Even remember I think 2 years back, we also played this tag rugby and visit the scholars. Schools in the West Nile.
Yes.
So we have done that, and then we continue to do it again.
Yes, they say that when you are in a position in life and you have the possibility of helping the other person who is underprivileged, please go and really have that hand. They say blessed is the hand that gives than the one that receives. Of course, you can't receive when you don't have anything. And this is what Mr. Noor says. Of course, they have taken that responsibility. They have been acting and responding to the needs of the people in the society, in West Nile, even across the region and in other parts of the country. I don't think when they are doing this intercontinental adventure, they also do other humanitarian activities, of course, including helping people in different, aspects of life. Mr. Noor, to maybe wrap up our show today, I would wish to know your background a bit. Let's first go back to your background. You've seen a lot of people messing up in their lives in their youthful days. How did you make it up? And what is your educational background? And because more of your things right now is experience from your past, from your grandfather, your father, and now unto you as a diesel engineer. Actually, one of the few ones that we have in the region. What is your past? How does your past look like? And how did you manage to prove out of that maybe thick past to make sure that you are a CEO to those understanding and to this position in life?
Yeah, sure. I think my past was tough. That tough, that I'll say, sometimes challenge and changes, it has negative and positive. Don't hate when something goes wrong. You need to appreciate that and keep working hard. Maybe that's a teaching, a lesson for you to make you a better person in the future. Don't try to hate or to undermine that kind of say this challenge in life. No, it's not tough. You need to cope up and try to see how you can work along with it. Go along with it. And I know the future can't be just bright. Can't be just easy. But to have a bright future, you must have a challenge.
Yes.
The more you get a challenge, the more it will make you stronger. Because there's two type of people. People are wealthy people and poor. They are always two different mindsets in the way they are thinking. Wealthy people are thinking differently. And are taking those challenges differently. And middle class and poor people as well are still considering differently.
Yes.
And most of the middle class and poor people have considered the challenge as always anticipate the negative, challenge to be negative.
Yes.
For them. But for the wealthy people, challenge as a true opportunity.
Yes. That now on that note, before maybe I'm going to cut you short. There is a lot of people. There are a lot of people outside there who are really maybe following you, and they really want to be like you. What is your motivation? What is your word that can make sure that person can really start to step up their life and be like you? What kind of motivation can you give such a person, Mr. Noor?
The people, I think the motivation or inspiration which can share with you in the brief, just stick on your dream. Anticipate the worst and always hope for the best. Because nothing can come in the silver plate and nothing can happen overnight. You just put it in the back of your mind. Nothing easy. Nothing to reach that stage. It's not an easy, it was a struggle.
It was a struggle.
But why? Because there have been many on that training session and what. But out of many, I was only survivor.
Okay.
Because I stick, not follow what they are doing, but just pick what's important and work for me. Stick with it and move with it.
Yes, they say if you have a bicycle, please ride your bicycle. But does not mean that you shouldn't continue doing something. Improve on your riding skills if you're a border man. Improve on your driving skills if you are a driver. That is the dream that maybe your calling is all about. There's a problem of drug abuse mostly in our region here. What do you advise the youth about this?
I think the youth are losing control for their own future. This is losing control. This is reckless driving your own life. And you must be responsible for that. Youth are following us, make sure. The future, to get rich is not to be lucky. It's not a lucky thing. People sometimes see this guy is rich because he was lucky. It's nothing to do with the wealthy, with the lucky. All come out of the hard work. Have dream. Make sure you achieve your ambition. You have to be an ambitious person. Nothing is impossible.
Yes.
Everything is possible. The person to be there, it's never fallen in heaven. It starts like you, even sometimes lower, even worse than you. And today, because they stick on their thoughts, the drugs, tell me what is the benefit of the drugs? If it's not just confuse your brain. And once you confuse your brain, everything starts from the brain. When the brain becomes disorganized, your whole life is disorganized.
Yes.
It's the cornerstone of your future. And when you play with it, you not play with the life of anyone else. You play with your own.
It's true.
You're going to be responsible of your own.
Yes, so that is Mr. Noor, and he says, guard your brain because it's your wealth. This is West Nile Trending, and of course, we are almost coming back to the wrap of our show. And remember to keep following us on our Facebook page, and that is none other than, of course, Benchmark Films Uganda, proudly brought to you by RJ Collections and Concord Building. Let's have the last words from our guest of the day, Mr. Noor at NN Toyota and the Intercontinental Adventures. Mr. Noor, maybe your last words before we wrap up the show.
I think it's good. When there's a fat, for example, you find a fat guy and advises you how
to slim a body.
Can you believe on that guy?
No.
Because he's supposed to do it himself.
Yes.
But can you believe on me, what I've already shared with you, that this stick on what your brain, take the brain as an asset for you, treat it well. The more you put those drugs, it's just confusing, they make it malfunction. It's not function the way the creator created it. Let it be natural. Cool down, think for the future, and anything can take you anywhere. There's no work for other, no, even anything, as long as amount better, you first, it's sometimes it's more fun and to do what you love to do. It's much important because sometimes you do the thing because there's no other option. Do the work which you really was your dream work. Or if you can't make it right, go to the people that have already achieved life. Don't get an advice for a person who has failed in life.
Yes.
Go and get an advice for the person who succeeds in life. That's the right thing to do.
Yes.
Which many people who fail in life, what they will advise you is that discouraging you. Because they fail, they think you as well, you fail like them.
Yes.
Don't believe on them. Believe on people, or always get advice to the people, to the right people. People already succeed in life. As I just give you earlier on the example, a fat guy and slim guy.
Yes.
Want to give you the advice how it can be, but they're supposed first to achieve.
Yes.
Oh, they have to lead by example.
Yes, you copy a lead from them. And that is Mr. Noor Ismail Nozzle, the CEO of NN Group of Companies, Arua, which combines Toyota and Tata, of course, including Intercontinental Adventures here in Arua. He says, a crawling cock was once an egg. Believe and you'll achieve. And in this wrap up, I would wish to thank you so much, Mr. Noor, for hosting us.
It was my pleasure to host you guys.
And we believe that we shall keep on working together. We hope we shall see Intercontinental Adventures. Yes.
Stick around, stay tuned.
Yes, of course. Stay tuned and stay focused. This is West Nile Trending, the #1 online TV station in the region. Of course, giving you reliable information, cutting across sports, news, celebrity gossip, and any other business news that you wish to know, and to keep you locked. Keep watching us, keep sharing. My name is Daniels once again, your lover boy from Arua City. Kaboom.